Hello everyone, on this video we'll be solving for x based on the linear equation, exponential equation, and the equation with rational exponents and the sets, right? So we're first going to look on the linear equation. So on the linear equation, what you need to consider is that you need to make x the subject of the formula so that you can solve for x, right? As we do have an example here which says 3x plus 10 is equal to 15 minus 2x. So how you are going to solve this one? Okay, so on this one we will just say 3x plus 2x is equal to 15 minus 10. So we just take that negative 2 and then we take to this side, and then we take that 10 to that side, to the right side, right? So on this side, on our left side, we are going to get 5x is equal to, then 15 minus 10 is going to give us 5, and then we just divide both sides by 5, and then we'll just get our x equal to 1. This is how you need to solve for x based on the linear equation, right? So we are now going to the exponential equation. So on the exponential equation, you will see what we are looking for as we are solving for x. You will see x to be the exponent. So if x is an exponent, what you need to do, you just make the bases to be the same so that you can just equate what the exponents, right? On our example here, we do have 2 to the power x is equal to 8. So as you do know that 2 is less than 8, so we cannot change 2 in terms of 8. We can just take 8 and make it 2. So how are we going to make 8 to have the base which is 2, that is going to be the same with the one that is on our left hand side, right? So here we have 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power 3. So 2 to the power 3 is also equal to 8. So as our bases are the same now, we got 2 on our left hand side and 2 on our right hand side. So we can just equate the exponents, right? So I'll have x is equal to 3. This is the value of x based on the exponential equation, right? Let's take another example based on the exponential equation, right? So if we do have an example which says that 2 to the power x is equal to 5 to the power x. So as I said, if x is an exponent, you can just make the bases to be the same. So as you can see here, we cannot make 2 to become 5, and we cannot make 5 to become 2. So our bases cannot be the same. What you need to do on this one, we can just do what? We can just divide here by 5 to the power x, and then if you divide on the other side, you also need to divide on the other side, right? You need to divide both sides. So we'll get 5 to the power x. So here, as you can see that 2 to the power x divided by 5 to the power x, and then on the other side you get 5 to the power x divided by 5 to the power x. So just cancel each other, and then you will be left with 2 divided by 5. Then all of this is going to be the power of x, is equal to 1, right? So now we can just make the bases to be the same, to follow that rule I said later on. Okay, so on this side we will have 2 divided by 5 all to the power x is equal to 2 over 5 all to the power 0. So any number to the power 0, it's going to give you 1, right? So as our bases now are the same, we can just equate what? The exponents. So our exponents is x and 0. So the value of x here is equal to 0, right? So this is how you need to attempt the questions which has the exponential equation, right? So now we are going to look on the rational exponents. So the term rational, something is a ratio. So there is a division. For example, 1 over 2, 1 over 3 is a rational number, right? So on this one, we find our example says that x to the power 1 over 2 is equal to 3. So we need to get rid of that 1 over 2, which is the exponent of x, as we are looking for the value of x, right? So we'll say just say 2 to the so so x is equal to 1 over 2 times 2 over 1 is equal to 3 to the power 1 times 2 over 1. So if you do something on this side, you also need to do on the other side. So on this side we will be left with x is equal to then 3 to the power 2. Then our x is equal to 9. This is our value of x based on the rational exponents, right? Now we are going to look on the sets, right? So here we have 3 root x plus 2 plus x is equal to 2. So that x which is not inside the root, so we are going to take that x to another side. Then we'll be left with 3 root x plus 2 then is equal to 2 minus x. So how are we going to solve for x based on this one? So we'll just square this to get rid of the square root, and then if you do something on the left hand side, you will also need to do it on our right hand side, right? So here we will be left with 3 to the power 2 into x plus 2. Since here we were getting rid of the square root, so that x plus 2 is no longer in the square root now, right? So on this side we'll be left with something like this. Okay, right. On this side you need to break the brackets on our left hand side by just saying, as you do know, that 3 to the power 2 is equal to 9. So we are going to multiply each term which is inside the bracket, right? Well, we'll get 9x plus, so it's going to be 9 times 2. So 9 times 2 is going to give you 18 is equal to, then we need to break the bracket on this side again. So it's 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is going to give you 4, and then 2 times negative x, so it's going to be negative 2x, and then negative x times 2 is going to give you minus 2x again, and then negative times negative is going to give you positive, and x times x, it's x squared, since you do know that if you multiply something with the same basis, you just keep only one base and then add the exponent. So since the exponent of this x is 1, and then this x, the exponent of this x is also 1, so 1 plus 1 is going to give you 2, right? So we need to continue with this one. Okay, so we have 9x plus 18 is equal to 4 minus, so negative 2x minus 2x are the like terms, so we can just add them so that we can get negative 4x plus x squared, right? And then as you can see that we do have x squared, that means we are going to factorize, or we are going to take it to the quadratic formula, right? So we are going to take all what is in this side and then take it to that side, right? So we'll be left here with 0 is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 9x minus 18, right? So on this side it's going to be 0 is equal to x squared, so it's negative 4x and negative 9 are what are the like terms, so it's going to be negative 13x, and then 4 minus 18, it's negative 14, right? And then so it's 0 is equal to, then from here you can just take it to the quadratic formula, or you can just factorize, right? If you do factorize this one, x right, so here what you need to do, you need to factorize it. So when factorizing the factors that you have find, it says that the biggest number here is going to take the sign of the what of the middle term. So our middle term here is negative 13. So I think our values are going to be minus 14 plus 1. Sorry, it's going to be minus 14 and plus 1. So our values of x is going to be, therefore x is equal to positive 14 or x is equal to minus 1. These are the values of x which we have which we find right now based on this question, right? This is how you need to solve for x based on the sets, right? We are now finished with solving for x. Now please subscribe. Thank you.